Smothers Brothers Hour, show number 16, take one.
CBS presents this program in color.
You know,
Boy, it's a good group tonight.
it is very nice. You know, I'm really excited about, not so much tonight, but I'm excited tonight because coming up is something that I'm filled with anticipation and excitement.
What are you anticipating so anticipatedly?
Well, see, the Indianapolis 500 is coming up.
That's right.
Top drivers in the country will be competing this Tuesday in the world.
Whole world.
And the whole world will be competing in this exciting race, the 500.
That's great. You know, Tommy and I were there last year. It was the first time we ever saw the race in person. It's really a spectacle, and it's really a thrilling thing. If you like racing, it is out of sight.
Yeah, and you never want to miss that. The grease-stained faces and gauntleted hands gripping the steering wheels of these ton-like machines of rocket-like projectiles spinning rapidly around a track, the old brickyard with the sounds to torturous of machine and man being put to...
It's a very... Tommy, you're right. It's a very dangerous race.
Yeah.
They're going speeds. They're doing straightaways.
That's why we were watching the race last time.
Yeah,
We go...
That's right.
There's a lot
over
of...
180 miles an
Some
hour.
of the engines go...
Those are the slower guys.
Yeah.
But they're getting faster. The race cars are getting faster. Most of the race cars are
Tough luck, guy.
Tommy, who do you think's going to win the race?
Who's going to win the race?
Yeah, that's what I said. Who's going to win the race?
Guy with the fastest mouth.
It's the Smothers Brothers Comedy Hour with guest stars Margaret O'Brien, The Association, Hamilton Camp, Pat Colson, and special guest star Jim Backus, Nelson Riddle and his orchestra, and the Jimmy Joy Singers. Brought to you by Wheaties, Breakfast of Champions, another Big G cereal from General Mills with the basics of raw wheat.
What's your favorite sport? Football? Baseball? Bowling? These Wheaties packages illustrate sports action that calls for energy, but nothing can quite illustrate the flavor in Wheaties. Wheaties are delicious toasted whole wheat, crackling crisp flakes that go great with milk and fruit. The flavor that helped make Wheaties Breakfast of Champions. Taste them and see.
Introducing Fluffy Chocolate Frosting.
But it's impossible.
Fluffy chocolate.
Sounds great, but it's impossible to make it.
Impossible? Not anymore. New Betty Crocker Fluffy Chocolate Frosting Mix is here. You get delicious chocolate flavors swirled into high fluffs. Only from Betty Crocker, new Fluffy Chocolate. The impossible frosting made easy. Very easy.
From Television City in Hollywood, ladies and gentlemen, meet the Smothers Brothers.
Thanks a lot. What do you think you're doing out there? Didn't you see where the stage manager said we had to get on the stage?
I'm just getting ready.
Where's your guitar?
I'm not going to use it.
You don't come out without a guitar? I brought my bass.
Well,
Where's your red coat? We always come out in our red coats.
See, well, I have a surprise for you.
Oh, big deal. You've got a surprise. What?
I bet you can't guess.
Oh, Tommy. Okay,
Go ahead, Dick. Try to guess.
You want me to guess right
Yeah.
now? You got a suit, new suit.
A what?
You have a new suit.
No.
You got an old tuxedo one.
No.
You've, I don't know. Give up and tell me.
Okay, I'll give up. What I'm going to do is I'm going to sing a song, because it's a ballad that I'd like to sing instead of doing. It's a beautiful
It's out of
ballad.
the question. Now, we start and we sing the songs together at the start of the show. I don't know why you want to sing something alone all of a sudden.
Every
show, 16
my
shows,
brother
we
gets
sing something together. Now.
my brother every time gets to sing a song. Last week you sang "Born Free."
Yeah, but not at
remember
the
that
front.
fake grass?
It wasn't
wind machine.
It wasn't fake
Stood
grass.
up there like it on a mountain.
That was real
It
grass.
was stupid, man, singing a stupid
I didn't
grass,
ask
fake
to get
grass
up there.
song.
They put me up there.
You were up there, and then he sings "Mame." He gets 16 dancers. He's always
All right,
a singer.
you sang Mame.
I never get to sing.
You got to sing Mame. You had 16 dancers, too.
And they just fouled me up.
I know they did. Tommy,
My brother gets to sing romantic songs, and tonight,
We don't
instead of
sing
an
it.
opener, I've decided that I would like to sing.
Okay, go ahead and sing.
Wait a second. I'd like you to introduce me. I always introduce.
Okay.
I always introduce you.
Meet Tom Smothers.
You can say more than that. I always say when
what
I
do you
introduce
want
my
me to
brother,
say
I always
anyway,
say
huh?
I'm very proud of him. I like the way he sings,
All
and
right. Ladies
I
and
love
gentlemen,
my brother very much. He sings
Ladies and
great.
gentlemen,
That's what I say.
Tom Smothers, my brother, whom I'm very proud of, and he sings real good. I mean, he sings okay, and I want you to pay attention to him and treat him nice, because he's a nice young man. He's going to try very hard to please you with a song. His first solo any time in the world, first time on this stage.
With a full orchestra.
With a full orchestra, and what's the name of the song?
The song is it's called.
Ladies and gentlemen, Tom Smothers singing a very exciting old standard, I Like You.
I like you 'cause you don't make me nervous. I met someone like you before, but only once or twice, and not very recently. You'll do. My blood pressure's normal. I haven't lost no sleep at all, but not since Francine. And it's possible for me to concentrate on my work. I'm glad I'm not walking on air, and no trumpets go off in my ear. I don't say to myself, get a hold of yourself, and I don't get a rash when you're near. You're trustworthy. Wouldn't mind if you had to go away for a few weeks. You don't nag me for money all the time. Oh, and one thing I forgot, you're a very good cook, and I certainly love to eat.
Now remember, folks.
I'd like to do for my second number.
I just want to let everybody remember that the number here is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 for contestant number 1. Tom Smothers, right?
That's a smart aleck remark.
No, it was very
Keep your
good.
mouth flapping.
No, you were excellent. I was very surprised. You did a beautiful job. It was
Thank you,
a
man.
sensitive song.
Thank you.
You know, I hope you'll all enjoy our show tonight. We have Jim Backus and the Association.
And one of my very favorite movie stars, little Margaret O'Brien.
Tommy, she's not little anymore, you know.
She's not?
She's grown up.
Well, when I was little, I used to see all of Margaret O'Brien's pictures, and she was little too, and she had these pigtails, and she was a little starry-eyed, and I really loved her. I tell you, that little girl gave me many a good cry in the movies. I used to go to the movies and sit there and just cry my eyes out whenever I saw little Margaret O'Brien.
Now, Tommy, you didn't actually cry at the movies.
I did, so I cried every time I saw that little Moppet's face come on the screen, ruin my popcorn and everything. Wet popcorn. Well, she was the champ.
All right, Tommy. Well, since you've always been such a great fan of hers, I think perhaps you would like to join our audience in welcoming the very lovely and vivacious Miss Margaret O'Brien.
Thank you, ladies and gentlemen, and thank you, Tommy, for that very nice introduction.
That's
Well, I mean, I can't tell you how happy I am to be here. Well, I think you boys really have a wonderful show.
Do you really think so?
Oh, yes, I think it's really great.
Well, I can't tell you how happy we are that you could be on our show.
Tommy, Tommy, what's wrong? I mean, what's the matter? What did I do? What did I say?
It was 20 years ago. It doesn't matter. You ruined my popcorn.
Tommy, don't you think it's time that we tell everybody about the scene we're going to do with Mr. Backus?
I can't.
Folks, we'll be right back, right after this commercial, and with the association. Oh, now, Tommy, a few honest tears never hurt.
Have you gotten with McLean's? McLean's is the toothpaste that gets your teeth irresistibly white. Take a look at your teeth. Wouldn't you like them to look their whitest? McLean's can do it. McLean's gets your teeth as white as they can be. Better make the switch to McLean's. You'll find out why it's the world's best-selling toothpaste for whiter teeth.
I came back to Brill Cream.
Same with me. I tried a clear gel, but I didn't like the way my hair looked. So I came back to that little dab of Brill Cream because it leaves my hair looking natural. I came back to Brill Cream.
And I'm glad he did.
Brill Cream, best-selling hairdressing in the world.
Many new musical groups have made their appearance in recent years, but none more witty and more inventive than the six men who call themselves the Association.
In order to combat the sudden influx of machines into our society, you see before you this evening a machine of our own construction. You see an association machine, composed of many integral parts, the first being behind and above us, a semi-reclined percussive invertebrator, or drummer. In the center of the machine, we see a flexible rhythm generator known as rhythm guitar. On the other end of the machine, we see a transistorized flexible rhythm generator stamped Made in Japan. To my immediate right, we see a manifold bifurcated tambouriner. I am a consistent low-range modulator. Last but not least, on the other end of the machine stands the largest single component in captivity, an elongated fluting vocalizator. This machine, when programmed correctly, emits a variety of sounds and rhythmic patterns such as
empty cup is as sweet as a punch. When big desire is the fire in the eyes of chicks, whose sickness is the games they play. And when the masquerade is played, the never folks think to who's most to blame today. And then along comes Mary. Does she want to set her free and let her see reality from where she got a name? And will they struggle much when John is such a gentle touch of her? Who'll never have to say? When we met, I was sure out to lunch. Now my empty cup is as sweet as a punch. Pop to wow. And in the morning of the warning class, gas and flies and tears are flowing across the sky. Psychodramas and the charm is gone, the songs are left unsung and hung upon the sky. And then along comes Mary. Does she want to see the stains that had remained of all the pain she left the night before? Oh, will their waking eyes reflect the lies and make them realize their virgin cry for psycho? Now my empty cup is as sweet as a punch. Sweet as the punch. Sweet as the punch. Sweet as the punch. Sweet as the punch.
Over the years, soap operas have been perennial. Shows like Argyle's Sunday, One Man's Family, and Young Dr. Malone. Now, tonight we would like to present a modern political soap opera of the 60s. The story asks the question, can simple folks from a small town in the Southwest find happiness as Washington's first family? So get out your hankies as we present the first installment of
One Man's Country. This is the story of kindly Father Barbecue, father of his family, and Big Daddy to a nation.
The ribs are bright. Are big and bright. Boom, boom, while I keep raising taxes.
Barbecue, there you are. There is something I just got to talk to you about. I got problems.
I know, little lady, and they shall continue. Yeah, we all got problems.
Father Barbecue, why won't you give my fiancé and me permission to marry?
Well, I can't think about it right now. I got company coming for one of my famous ranch-style dinners. Your Uncle Hubert.
You mean Uncle Hubie? Oh, I just love Uncle Hubie Shubie. What time is Uncle Hubie Shubie due?
Well, I don't know. What time is Uncle Hubie Shubie do? And more important, while we're at it, what does Uncle Hubie Shubie do?
Now, that is a good question.
Well, little lady, if you want me, I'll be out in the great barbecue pit. Let's see, I could serve the ribs with my great society sauce. Then again, I could use my anti-poverty Worcestershire. I wonder what Ike would do. Probably nothing.
Oh, darling, there you are. I am just so glad to see you. Why, you're so tall and sleek and handsome and debonair.
You're right. You're right. In your heart, you know she's right. I am a handsome devil. I am, and a dashing actor.
Darling, I am just so glad to see you. It's such a comfort to have you here. I've had the blues lately.
You've had the blues lately. I've had the blues lately. They just reclassified me 1A. Didn't they? They got us both.
Oh, my poor, brave darling. Whatever you gonna do?
Well, I thought about shooting my toe off, but then I decided that I would puncture an eardrum instead so we could still go dancing.
Well, you just think of everything.
What'd you say?
I said it's a shame. I mean, you have your whole career ahead of you. Yes. Well, you're already a good actor. You could go on to be a great politician.
Yeah.
And you have the perfect name for an actor-politician, Ronnie Murphy.
Ronnie Murphy. I could have tap danced through Death Valley.
Yes. Honey, I just don't know how I'm going to tell you this, but, well, Father Barbecue hasn't given us permission to marry.
Aha! That's too bad. Can't the three of us talk to him?
Well, you know how busy he is. Decisions.
Decisions.
Shooby love, shortening ribs. You be little shooby love, shortening ribs.
How do you do, sir?
What's that?
Oh, you too, huh?
Yeah, from the last war. Son, your teeth are blinding me. Would you mind switching them to dim? What are you doing here? I'm busy. Can't you see? I'm busy with my ribs here.
Father Barbecue, there is something that we just got to talk to you about.
Decision.
But, Father Barbecue, what about our marriage? What have you got against our marriage?
Well, now, frankly, you want to know it, don't you, boy?
Yes, sir.
I don't want my little Texas flower here marrying a man who wears a bobby pin. I don't mind regular bobby pins, but not this kind of bobby pin. Bobby for president.
Oh, well, see, that's Bobby Darin. Bobby Darin, I'm a member of his fan club. Not little, not...
Oh, you mean little Pee-wee?
No.
With all the hair.
See, Father Barbecue? See? I told you were wrong about him.
Well, in that case, my boy, you have got my permission to marry.
We can be married. Oh, goody.
Cool it, Bird, cool it.
You have got my permission to marry. Now, just name the date, that's all. What date do you have in mind?
Well, sir, you know how cautious I am.
You are cautious.
Yeah, why don't we wait a while?
Wait till when?
How about after Election Day 1968?
Say, you are cautious, aren't you?
Yes, sir.
I wonder what Ike would do.
Probably
not. Yeah. Well, I gotta go escalate the ribs and defoliate the salad. Yeah, ho!
When something tastes good, really good, you want the taste to last longer. That's why Pell-Mell made the 7-minute cigarette, Pell-Mell Gold 100s. It smokes longer because it is longer. The longest length you can get in a filter cigarette. 7 minutes of good, mild taste that puff for puff tastes milder than ever. 7 minutes of Pell-Mell quality. Quality that can't be copied. So if you've got the time, Pell-Mell's got the cigarette. The 7-minute cigarette. Pell-Mell Gold 100s. Mild taste in a longer length.
Granada, you're crawling all over me.
That's very good.
Olé!
See, you got 2 solos this show.
Yes.
Let's hear it. Don't be afraid. No, it's not much to applaud about, but you can't be choosy on a show like this, you know?
Well, I came over from my native country when I first, a lot of times, as people don't understand other people from other lands.
What are you trying to say, simply?
A lot of times, sometimes they're hesitant, as I am, being an alien, coming over from another country.
An alien?
That a lot of times people don't understand my music or my language. And sometimes they're confused with because I have an accent.
No, it's an impediment. They're very closely related.
How come you don't have your bass? You're supposed to have your bass.
No,
this is a number where we have red jackets, and you're supposed to have your bass. What are you doing in my suit? My brother's in my suit, and he doesn't have his bass.
I bet you can't guess why.
Bet you I can.
Bet you can.
Bet you I can.
Bet you can.
Bet you I can.
Bet you can't.
Give up, and I'll tell you.
Okay, I give up. I'm going to sing a song.
See, I told you.
The sun came out so bright this morning, and springtime filled the air. But then, without the slightest warning, she left for who knows where. She's gone forever, and I can never go on, however I try. So, darling, please come back. I love you and will until I die. Again, without the slightest warning, she left for who knows where. She's gone forever, and I can never go on, however I try. So, darling, please come back. I love you and will until I
Not to change the subject or anything, but I'd like to mention that I think we're all aware that California is the fastest growing state in the Union, right? And each day, you know, we have thousands of retired folks, senior citizens moving to California to spend their twilight years in our golden sun. And because of this population boom we have here in California, a new breed of man has appeared. We call him the land developer. Now, these are men who construct entire cities for these senior citizens of America. And right now, I'd like you to meet one of these land developers, one of California's newest and most successful land developer, Colonel Cal C. Rooker.
Howdy, folks. If y'all any about there, I'm Cal C. Rooker. And I'd like to say if any of you are looking for a nest or nook to rest or cook, come on out, take a look, and drop your hook at Rooker's Nook. That's a little slogan I worked out to grab your mind.
You certainly did. Rest your cook on what is it?
Just rest and cook at Rooker's Nook.
That's very clever.
And drop your hook. It's a sailor's term,
That's
you know.
very, very, very nice. Well, Colonel Rooker, it's a pleasure to have you on our show tonight.
It is indeed a great pleasure for me to see my fellow Americans here, and you too, fellow
Thank you.
American.
Thank
and
you.
I'd like to say to you that you don't have to call me Colonel Rooker if you don't
I
want
don't-
to.
not Colonel
Just
Rooker.
call me Cal C.
Cal C.
The C is for sincerity.
All right, Cal C.
Sincerity is my middle name.
That's a good middle name to have. Now, you said
Sure is.
earlier that the biggest problem for a land developer nowadays is to find land, just to find land to build on.
Oh, brother, you have hit the nail on the nostril there. The choice land is gone in this country. Every last loving acre of God's good green earth is going like hotcakes, sold or spoke for.
Mm-hmm.
You can't find even a little bitty 2x2 lot today, but what some jokers come along, slapped a couple of 2x4s on it, and called it a high-rise. But I'm happy to say that I have solved that problem with my latest development called Nook City.
Huh?
Yes, sir, Nook City. Don't that grab you?
He certainly does.
It's located 25 miles west of the San Francisco Bay.
That's 25 miles out in the ocean.
Absolutely right, my boy. It's sitting right out there in the middle of the biggest piece of undeveloped property in the history of mankind, the Pacific Ocean.
But sir, it is not an island. Is this correct?
Correct, sir.
Okay.
I have built an entire community on pontoons. A floating paradise for retired sailors, old surfers, and elderly beach bums, and their loved ones. Yes, sir.
Yes.
Folks, if you like the sea, you'll love Nook City. I've got me 140 acres of pure, palpitating pontoon paradise. We got homes, wide streets, schools, recreation centers, and lots of churches, so that you may worship at the church of your choice. Hey, we even got a fake mountain built out of cardboard with real snow painted on top,
You're
just
kidding.
like Disneyland.
Really? But you know, I can't help but think it must be kind of dangerous living on Rook City like this.
Well, Nook City.
Nook City.
I hate for you to use that term more than once.
I don't know.
That Nook
Just a
City is
slip
what
of the
it
tongue,
is.
I'm sorry.
Just a little nook
It
to
is-
rest her cook.
Okay, now is it dangerous?
Wait, is it dangerous?
Is it dangerous to live on this city of yours?
Well, sir, if you live in the center, you're all right. However, if you live on the edge where there's a lot of play in high sea, you're liable to get washed overboard.
That doesn't sound
Yo.
too funny. does it?
Well, it ain't. We like to keep the edge of town for the minority groups. It's a model of a typical American city.
Tell me, what happens, though, when this city of yours, Nook City, is caught in a violent storm out at sea?
Well, sir, everybody swims to the church of their choice.
Well, sir, I must say, it sounds exciting living on a city of this sort.
It's a thrill a minute.
Yes, sir, and the next time I come to San Francisco, I'm going to drop by and take a look at Nook City.
Well, it's not there anymore.
It's not in San Francisco?
No, sir. I followed it down to San Diego, but then the Japanese current got it, and I ain't seen it since. Yes, sir, but I'm going to find it one day.
I sure hope you do, and thank you, Colonel Cal C. Rooker.
Sir, the sea is for sincere and so long!
We'll be right back with Jim Backus, Margaret O'Brien, the Association, and Pat Colson on the second half of the Smothers Comedy Brothers Hour.
As you all know, Jim Backus is the voice of the nearsighted Mr. Magoo, and Jim promised us Mr. Magoo would pay us a visit here tonight.
Yes.
And we're just waiting for him. He should be here any minute, right?
Yes, he should.
He's usually on time.
Tom Smothers, I know you anywhere.
Nice to meet you, Mr. Magoo, but I'm not Tom. I'm
you're
Dick.
Tom.
Tom's
Yes,
right
I know
over here.
Tom Smothers anywhere. Yeah, having fun at the party, eh? Oh, I like your show very much, but you're so skinny. You're terribly underweight. You're a cute little tassel, too.
Mr. Magoo.
What is that? What?
No, that's not Tom. That's a lamp. Tom's over here.
Oh, don't tell me. I can tell it every time. Tom Smothers in a lamp. No. Oh, this is Tom Smothers. I could tell by the cut of his kilt. Yeah. And this, by George, is a lamp. It's the only way to...
Things will be much brighter on the second half of the Smothers Comedies Brothers Hour.
This is an actual unsolicited letter from a Tide user.
I want to commend you on your new intensified Tide. I didn't really believe your commercial, though, about dirt not being able to hide from it until I accidentally proved it myself. My little 3-year-old boy had made a mess of his white socks at a neighbor's dirt pile. He had also spilled pudding on one. I took them off, doubled the dirtiest one inside of the other, put it in my purse, and threw it in the hamper. In my haste the next morning, I forgot to undouble the socks. When I took out the clothes and saw the doubled socks, oh no, I said to myself, I'll have to wash these socks over. To my surprise, when I undid them, they were cleaner than I dreamed possible. The new intensified Tide does my whole wash so beautifully that I had to write you.
Dirt can't hide from intensified Tide. Strongest Tide in detergent history.
In line with our policy of taking a stand on the vital issues of the day, we now present another in our continuing series of editorials. The subject, what should we do about fluoridation? Now here again, speaking for our program, Mr. Pat Paulson, Vice President.
The process of fluoridation, the adding of chemicals to our natural waters, such as rivers, lakes, streams, ponds, and puddles, is one of the most controversial subjects of our time. It is maintained that fluoridation will aid dental health and prevent cavities. On the other hand, it's a basic it is a basic can be round, cometh angled, rock, close. Of course, that is speculation. Let's get to the faction that does not want to fluoridate our rivers. They claim that fluoride chemicals are poisonous. To those people, I say, I hope so. Maybe the poison in the water will kill all that garbage. These are the same people who maintain that fluoride chemicals do not help maintain good teeth. They say our lakes and streams have never been fluoridated, and streams have never been fluoridated. And who's ever seen a guppy with cavities? Digest that for a moment. Let's continue to look at the bad side of fluoridation. In Cleveland, Ohio, fluoride was put into the drinking water in 1822, and not one of those people is alive today. And of course, we can refer to the test case which is now before the Supreme Court. The case of Dr. Taylor Pettyjohn, DDS, versus toothless Tommy Tinker. Much testimony has been entered with words flowing, which I think is pushing in a fish in your mouth. So that's how the Supreme Court views fluoridation. For those of you who don't drink water, I suggest you fluoridate your martinis. It won't prevent cavities, but you'll have a mouthful of happy teeth. Thank you.
If you wish a copy of the preceding editorial, send a self-addressed stamped envelope to editorial, Box 1763, Beverly Hills, California.
Before we have the association sing again, we'd like you to meet them individually and perhaps even get a glimpse into the personalities that it takes to make up such a group.
Yes, a glimpse into the minds and talents of this wonderful group. 6 young artists who have created their own style with no help from anyone. They've done it all by themselves, right out of their head.
Right out of their own little heads. And in a group like the association, the one member that is always in the background is the drummer. So we thought we'd try to remedy that tonight by introducing to you the drummer first.
The drummer must be constantly alert to rhythm and tempo. He must be quick and able to adjust, for it is his mind that controls the very pulse of the group. The association's drummer was raised on a pig farm in Montana. So the association group, lovingly calls him the Pig. So meet Ted Bushell, Jr.
I am Ted the Pig. I play the drums and hum vocal backgrounds. These are my drums. These are my hums. I am a hum drummer.
How about that?
Very versatile, actually. Now here's Jim Yester, who sings the high voice in the group and is also the rhythm guitarist.
That's right. You know, Jim also does a great imitation of Oliver Hardy. And would you do that for us?
He does?
Yes, he does. Would you do that, Jim?
I certainly will. No, he said, that's not Oliver Hardy, that's Stan Laurel.
No, it's not, Dickie.
Yes, it is. I know Stan Laurel.
No, it's Oliver Hardy. Stan Laurel does this. I certainly will.
That's right. That's
So,
Stan
Jim,
Laurel.
let's do our imitation of Stan Laurel and Oliver Hardy together. Love Laurel and Hardy. Ladies and gentlemen, our imitation of Laurel and Hardy.
Okay, which one's Stan Laurel and which one's Oliver Hardy?
Oh, he is.
What else can you do?
Well, I honk.
You do what?
I honk.
You honk?
How about that? We'd like you to meet now Larry Ramos. Buenos dias, senor.
No. Tommy, that's bad Spanish, and besides, he's not Mexican. You see, he's from Hawaii. He's Hawaiian.
Aloha.
Aloha.
Thank you. That's beautiful. Gee, that's very nice. What kind of flowers are these?
Paluna nui. In Hawaiian, that means the delicate tiger blossom of the rainbow maiden.
Oh, that's one. They don't grow these in. They don't grow these in California or anything like that, do they?
Oh yes, here they're called poison ivy.
Now let's move over to Brian Cole. Brian is the bass player.
The bass player, as you know, is the lowest member and musician in the band. That goes for all groups, even mine. That's very funny, Tom. There you go. Brian, we'd like to ask you something. Do you think, or what should I say, how do I phrase this? What do you think, what future does the association have?
Well, I think it's too directly bound to its own anguish to be anything other than a cry of total negation, carrying within itself the seeds of its own destruction.
Well, so much for...
How about that?
Yeah. Now let's move over to Russ Jaguar.
Russ?
Yes.
You know, I've known Russ for a long time, but you look different. What is it that makes you look different? Because you know we've seen each other a lot of times, you know, and stuff.
I used to have a mustache.
What's that under your nose, then?
Well, this? Well, this is a house plant. I water it every day, you know.
Why are you growing a house plant there?
Well, if I left it home, you know, no one would water it.
Good point.
How about that? Yeah. Well, now it's time to move along our merry way to Terry. Now, Terry Kirkman is the tallest singer in the group, and he plays harmonica, recorder, and the flugelhorn.
Terry was the one that also wrote the hit song, Cherries.
That's right. No,
for the
it's
association.
not. It's not. Cherries. Cherish. Cherish, not cherries.
I thought it was cherries.
No, it's cherish time.
Yeah. It is? Well, that sure changes the whole meaning of the song.
Yeah, it does. Never mind that, Terry, but why don't you tell us how you picked out the name of the association?
Actually, Dick, we didn't pick the name. We were practicing one day, and the association knocked on the door, and we answered the door, and it was us.
How about that? Well, ladies and gentlemen, now you know what it takes to make up a group like the association.
So here they are, the association singing their new hit, Windy.
Sun, sand, salt. Great for people, rugged on cars. Here's Prestone Jet Wax, hard at work, protecting against sun, against salt, against all corrosive elements. The silicone formula in Prestone Jet Wax shields your car. The wax takes the beating, not the finish. Remove a year's grime with a single easy shine. For the man who'd like to polish his car only once a season, get new Prestone Jet Wax in liquid or paste.
She needs 612. He needs 612. You need 612 insect repellent before mosquitoes drive you buggy. Pleasantly scented 612 acts like an instant mosquito net, turns bugs away, keeps them from biting. Now get 40% more 612 free. Big new cans, same low price. Get 612.
Products of Union Carbide.
Well, you know, early in the show we didn't get to do our opening number because of my brother's insistence on singing a solo.
Yeah, so now what we're going to do is do the opening at the end of the show. So
I know it's a little out of place to close with an opening, but
go ahead, do it.
That's circumstance, okay?
Yes.
I'll pretend this is the opening. Ladies and gentlemen, on our show we try to concern ourselves with current issues that are vitally important to every single American.
We're talking about bananas.
That's right. That's a very important thing nowadays because everybody knows, first of all, that very simply, basically, truthfully, bananas are little yellow fruit that grow on little yellow banana trees, and they're indigenous to tropical climates, right?
That's right, and the people climb these trees and they pick them. They're
right.
picked by little yellow banana pickers and shipped to this country in little yellow banana boats. Little tiny yellow banana boats like this.
And here in the USA, in the good old days, we law-abiding citizens used to just be satisfied with peeling these and eating the bananas, right?
But now we peel them and we puff them as fast as we can get our little yellow teeth on them. And this is a song about bananas. It's a song with great appeal. And have you ever wondered why a monkey acts as if he's high? The things he does are crazy as can be. Oh, well, the cranky little monkey, that little jungle junkie, eats bananas and goes freaking through the trees. Have you ever sung along to a banana picker song? Hey, Mr. Tallyman, tally me bananas. They can't wait to pick 'em, get home to roll and lick 'em. A million picker-puffers can't be wrong. They want a pack of ripe bananas, 20 class A bananas, regular men fulfilled to will do. Oh, well, there's nothing quite as cute as a youngster smoking fruit, and baking bananas is better than drinking goose. We love them more. Yes, friends, even now as we sing this stupid little song, people all across the nation, millions of Americans are buying and smoking bananas.
Yes, sir.
The country is being swept by banana mania.
That's right. Banana sales are skyrocketing.
Yes, America, the country has a monkey on its back.
Yes, sir.
But next thing you know, we'll be out of, the supermarkets will be sold out of bananas.
Right.
You'll have to check your ashtrays and you won't find a single banana butt in the house. No. The only source left then for bananas will have to be the pusher, the black market, the little black market banana pusher panderer.
Right.
You'll be forced to deal with criminals.
Yes. Ladies and gentlemen, this is what could happen to our whole great society. Our society slipping on banana peels.
I say ban the banana.
Bananas, yes, ban the bananas. Bananas are un-American.
Un-American?
Yes.
America is apple pie.
Yes, sir.
Mom and apple pie. That's our heritage, friends. We must protect it from the yellow menace. Even now it threatens to tear us under the very core of our moral fiber. Nay, the very core of our very apple core.
Yes, our very apple core. And let us once again assert ourselves, right or wrong, to a commitment. Do we want our children to grow up in a bananitarian dictatorship?
You bet you're...
No, we don't. We must escalate.
We bet you we must escalate.
Defoliate.
Defoliate.
And annihilate.
Annihilate.
We must split the banana.
We must stomp out the banana splits for everybody.
We must
search and destroy every plantation, every banana boat, every supermarket, every dining room table.
Right.
We must not fail our patriotic responsibilities. The yellow beast must be stopped. And the banana.
Let the words of this song be our call to arms.
Yes, we have no bananas. We have no bananas today. Yes, we have no bananas. We have no bananas today. We have no bananas today.
Did you put that bra through the washing machine?
Sure I did. It's a Playtex Living Stretch Bra, made to be machine washed.
But I have midriff bulge. I really need a long line.
With some dresses, so do I. Then I wear the Playtex Long Line Stretch Bra. Same lasting stretch. Straps, size. And it's light, cool. Really takes care of midriff bulge comfortably.
That's for me. For lasting stretch that won't wash out, new Playtex Living Stretch Bra. Here's more news about Playtex.
Most women wish a girdle made them firm and flatter here. A new firm and flatter Playtex Lycra girdle firms and flatters as no other girdle can. The exclusive V construction exercises two firming, flattering forces. These elastic V-bands lift your tummy in. These elastic bands keep your waistline thin. You're firmer, you're flatter in the new Playtex girdle made with Lycra, firm and flatter.
Thank you very much. Well, that's our show for tonight. And first of all, before we say goodnight, we would like to thank our guests, Jim Backus, Margaret O'Brien, and the Association. And of course, we want to thank all of you fine people for being with us, too.
And we'd like to thank us for being with you.
Really? Our guests for next
bananas right after the show.
They'll be watching us now. Our guests next week will be Steve Allen, Miss Vicki Carr, and a great new recording group, the Teddy Neely Five.
And also Jack Lemmon, Debbie Reynolds, Rock Hudson, Doris Day, Rod LaRoe, Ken Maynard, Slim Slummerville, Reynolds, and Anna Mae Wong. They'll all be with us.
But they're not going to be on our show.
They're not?
No, those people definitely aren't being on our show, Tom.
Too bad. I was really looking forward to seeing them.
Oh, by the way, Tom, we must say, a few weeks ago, some people from a magazine came over and they did a story on our show, the Smothers Brothers Comedy Hour, and it's appearing now on your. It's a national magazine. It's appearing at your newsstands this week.
Yeah, we can't tell you. We're not allowed to tell you which magazine it is because
we can't do that.
We can't do that. So, but we do suggest that you go down to your newsstand and take a look.
Good night. Good night, everybody. Good night.
This is Roger Carroll speaking. The Smothers Brothers Comedy Hour was brought to you by new Lycra girdle by Playtex that gives the lean, clean line women love. Machine washable Playtex girdle made with Lycra.